1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you for coming. How many of you have ever had an award of achievement or have overcome a special circumstance or situation, something that led to success, something that was awarding to you and helped you in your life? Okay, one. You have? You have two? Good deal. Well, for me, my situation led me to success. That was my circumstance. Whenever I was 10 years old, I was in a 18-wheeler and car accident. And so I would spend the next 3 weeks in the hospital and the rest of my life figuring out how to deal with these changes. The first way it affected me mentally. Because I was used to what I was able to do before, and so it was my mental strength versus my physical strength. I thought I could do so much more than I could, and I just couldn't. So that was a lesson that I had to learn. Something that came with the mental capacity is I was lonely. I was by myself. I wasn't going to school every day. I wasn't seeing my friends every day. The people that I saw every day were my parents. And so it did give me a feeling of loneliness, of independence, if you will. And so that was, mentally constructing to me. The other way it affected me mentally was I had to turn my thoughts into actions. I thought I could do one thing, but physically I just couldn't. So I had to retrain my brain in my physical actions as well. For example, I thought that I could go and play baseball, but my arm was broken and my leg was broken. There was no way that I could have done that. I would have had to later train my body to be strong enough to be able to pick up the baseball club, to be able to hit it and run to the bases. The next way it affected me was socially. From going from a kid that plays with her friends, that goes to school every day, and that does extracurricular activities, to going to being at home every day, to playing no sports, having no extracurricular activities, and to seeing your friends ever so often. It was very lonely, and I suffered socially because of that. The next thing, next way I felt it disrupted me was physically. Like I said, I had that mental versus physical abstraction, and I had to retrain myself. So I had to rebuild my body so that I would be able to run and do sports and be active again. So with my strength, I had to retrain. With my actions, I had to teach myself how to do those skills better. Now, with that, with all of those problems that I was having, I began to eat, and that was a problem that I dealt with physically. Now, we have discussed how this personal trait has affected me physically, mentally, and socially, and throughout this entire thing, I overcame that. I'm able to walk, I'm able to run, I'm able to play sports, I'm able to coach sports. So with that, I'm successful in my community, I'm successful at my job, I can be active in the community and in the society. So this is a lesson that I had to learn to adapt in my behavior. Thank you.